Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And I know it's a long weekend in Canada and the United States, so I hope you guys are enjoying. But Tammy and I wanted to do this training today because it is so important. We know that people need to make money. And Tammy and I have made a career in this business, and we've done extremely well for ourselves. And we want to help you get there. And it's not going to get there just by wishing it and hoping it and so forth. There are some activities that needs to be done. So we want to welcome you for being here. We're not going to take more than an hour of your day. Then you can go along with your weekend if you happen to be in a long weekend. If not, the call is recorded. I know there was a message: is the call going to be recorded? Yes. Every single session we do, every presentation, every webcast that we do are recorded on the God Backup channel. And just to point this out here, let me just, one second. Oops, sorry, Tammy. Um, there we go. Let me just put this up here. This is the channel of God Backup. And I'm going to be talking about, for example, the Success Cycle series. If you click on this playlist over here, you will notice that they are prospecting, inviting, following up, third party credibility, handling objections. These are probably the five most important modules. And even though they're a bit older, the concept, it's like gravity. It doesn't change because, 100 million years went by, right? It's the gravity is still the same. That's what I'm talking about. These are constants. These are principles that are the basic principles in inviting and following up. And these are things that you want to master, and we're going to be talking about that along our presentation here today. But as we begin here, I just love to always welcoming everybody here. And first of all, congratulations to all of you. Now, I can't just talk about our team. So obviously, we know that we have two emeralds that went on, and we have a Calvin and Yonam, and that hit Emerald. Congratulations for that. And I know there's many others that are doing very well in all different teams. So for that reason, I want to be careful by not just promoting, obviously, people that we know have reached, but there's others. So congratulations to all of you. And I do recommend that you promote your events. What I mean by that is anybody in your team that has moved up, go into the God Backup group and go ahead and promote them. Very important. Maybe remember, babies cry for attention, adults cry, die for attention. So it's very, very important that we recognize people in our team. So MC from Texas, welcome. Bakshi, welcome. Great to see you here from Bangladesh. And MC from Texas, I didn't mention that, I believe. Urban, great to see you here from Sweden. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have here people from Hong Kong. Well done. Great to see you here. We have Benjamin. Great to see you here. We have Gina from the Philippines. Well, nice to see you. We have Gloria here from Greencastle. I think that's Pennsylvania, right? PA? I think that's correct. Let's see here. We have Aldo from, welcome. Great to see you here. We have Courtney from Toronto. Welcome. We have Francis and Yonam from Accra, Ghana. Again, congratulations. We have Edward from Takoradi, Ghana. I think, Tammy, we went to Takoradi about 2 or 3 times, right? In our journey into Ghana.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see here. Calvin, great to see you here from Kinshasa. Welcome. We have here Rose. Great to see you here from Ghana. Also, we have Michael. Great to see you here. Edward, Justina, Leon, Benjamin. Let's see here. We have Mark. We have Bijou. We have
the
Philippines. Awesome.
Awesome.
I really want to recognize everybody because I really appreciate you being here. And we have a really good training for you here today. Anything you want to add, Tammy, before we begin?
I'm always excited about campaigns, so I'm really excited to get this started. Spent a little time yesterday putting a guidebook together, a workbook together for you, so you have the guidelines. The moment you walk out of this training, you'll have that guidelines of what you need to do in 7 days. And the 7 days can start on Monday for you if you're on a holiday weekend and you're spending time with family. What an opportunity, right? I always say, every outing is an opportunity to connect with people. So you pick your 7 days, do it quick, do it soon. Don't wait another week to do it. Get it done. So it's a whole 7-day total focus in prospecting and inviting, right? It's all about the campaign so that everybody can build some momentum to get their five new members that are paid their full year upfront. Okay, so 5 members to get the whole year upfront, which we're going to talk about. I'm just blown away on how generous Joel is, and I keep sharing that in every single session because I've just never seen anything like it. We've been in the industry of building a network marketing business for 27 years, and this is like, wow, he's amazing.
Absolutely. And one thing I'd like to mention here, and thanks Michael for bringing this up, is the link are in the description. And what you will see here is you will see this link here, which we'll talk about. This is kind of a summary of the 7-day steps. And there's another one here. It's a little bit more of a booklet where to give you some guidelines with your names and everything else. So Tammy will cover that here. And again, the 7 days are here. Okay, so just wanted to point this out. And so back to presentation here. So thank you, Michael, for bringing this up. So, Tammy and I really give everything we have to help you grow your business. But folks, at the end of the day, if we bring you to the well to drink the water, you do have to drink it, right? We can't force you to drink it. That's a decision you need to make. But all the tools are there. And that's what the presentation is all about here today is we have everything available for your $99.97 a year. It's just amazing what you have, considering that a lot of these tools that are offered by other third-party companies, for example, creating funnels, folks, this is $99 a month. Or if you start getting with other features and it goes up to $150, $200, $250, this is just the tools that we have embedded into our 99 a year. Think about this. And then the email marketing is not included in that. That's another 25 to 30 to 50 to $100 a month, depending on how big your list is. You understand, folks? That's why Tammy said how generous. It's amazing how much is given to you to build your business. So today we want to give you a map. And so let's get started, Tammy, with that next slide here. Go ahead.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, it's such a big opportunity. $1,000 value, you guys, for a personalized website, a free page done by the professionals. I mean, I'm not a professional on online marketing. So to run with this, to get a page is what we all need to do to get this happening. And yeah, I can't wait to see. I know NUNAM, I believe you're the first person who got their first 5. So congratulations to you. I can't wait to see your page. I can't wait to see the growth that's going to come from your page in the online world. So do whatever it takes, you guys. It is worth the time that you're going to take and the time that you're going to take from your family. I think the big thing is to sit down, have a conversation with your family. Because at the end of the day, we're in business, but our family is also part of the business because they also have to participate in some way. In other words, they're going to, take on more chores in the house, maybe take on some things so you can just stay totally focused on what you need to do in 7 days to get your 5. And don't stop at 5, you guys, just keep going. Right? Keep going, keep building, because this whole campaign is about building momentum and getting your 5 so you can get your website done. So there's cash prizes also for the top producers, the top 10. There's some cash prizes. And, it's all about creating value, right? Keeping it simple, share the value. Everybody needs this stuff. Everybody needs it. It's just a matter of having conversations with people, and everyone has something worth protecting, and that's the key. Some people say, "Oh, I already have something." You got to dig deeper to find out what it is that they have, and then share the value of what Joel has put together for all of us with Got Back Up. So Chris is showing you the contest here. Maybe go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, so you can see here that you still have 14 days, and to get your five, folks, I'm telling you, this is worth it. It's not cheap to get a personalized design website. Trust me, I've done that, and it's not cheap. I tell you, thousands of dollars here. So $1,000, it's a very fair price for this. And the fact is, you also have cash price for the top 10. So just wanted to reference that. So back to you, Tammy.
Yeah. So that's it. I mean, we all have a big opportunity. And let's say the first 7 days, you're working, 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 working. You got lots of people. People haven't made any decisions yet. Drive another 7 days with your teams. Okay. You don't need us to constantly do the campaigns every week or every month. You can take the reins. You've got the workbook, you've got the guidelines. So now you can grab those and every once in a while do a 7 day campaign with your teams. Chris and I in the past, because yeah, network marketing today is a little bit different. People are not as patient as they used to be in the past, where I used to do 90-day drive into momentum. I created a course around that. At one or 2 years, I think I did 4 of them, which was really intense. And then I realized, a couple 90 days a year would be good. And then I realized not everybody's focused in 90 days. Maybe they're excited for the first 2 weeks or the first month. So drive 30-day campaigns, drive 7-day campaigns. It's all about creating that momentum. And this is really a guideline on how to do it.
I totally agree. And back to, let me just remove this for a moment here. And back to this. If you, just to show you where these files are, those PDF that we were referencing, let me pause this here 1 second. Okay. If you go into the description portion, this is here, the 7 days momentum. It's right over here. And this is the quick guide I was sharing you a moment ago. And this one over here is the momentum workbook. Okay, so you can access these right over here. So thought of mentioning that. So back to the presentation here. So again, folks, there's a lot here. So tell me, let's cover the 7-day plan focus.
Yeah, and it's simple. And we've been teaching this for a long time. Any of you who have been in the industry, you know what it's all about. It's all about getting new people, right? Having new eyeballs looking at your links. That's what it's all about. And then constantly inviting. The email marketing system, I absolutely love it. I set it up on Sundays to go for the week. I don't even think about it, and then I can get to work and talk to people. Right? Talk to people. That's what it's all about. Prospecting, prospecting, prospecting. Whether it's on social media, we'll give you all the ways of doing it, because so many people say, well, I have nobody to talk to. Well, we're going to show you some ways to talk to people, right? Whether it's social media or belly to belly. We just got to get out there and, parties, all kinds of things. There's so many things you can do. And inviting. The key is to invite. Find a way in the conversation to invite them to look at something. And when you bring value immediately into what we have, start with somebody. You can start a conversation by taking a selfie with them. Seriously, take a selfie with them. Hey, I want to show so on Facebook that you and I are hanging out today, and take a picture, and then kind of show them some things in your phone, something that you found that you were just blown away. And then you open up your Got Backup app, and you can show stuff in real time, and yeah, you can tell
Here's
them how
something,
many
Tammy.
terabytes.
As you're saying this, and I don't want to forget, sorry for cutting you off, but this is really, really important. I love your idea, because let's say you do a selfie with your friend, right? And then you know that the app will automatically upload the picture on the cloud. So you can show them right away. So you go to the app, and then from there you show them, you select in the directory with the month and the time, and then you show the picture, like give it a second or so. You remember that? But and then from there, and make sure that you are, if you happen to be outside, you make sure that the Wi-Fi has to be turned off. In other words, if it's only on Wi-Fi, it's not going to upload. Keep that in mind, right? If your Wi-Fi only is active, when you're out and about outside of the Wi-Fi environment, your picture will not get uploaded. It will go when you connect on Wi-Fi. If you turn this off, because many of us have unlimited data, then it will automatically go up on the cloud, and then you can show them how it works. Okay. So just food for thought. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, because a visual will create more interest when you can show them exactly what's happened. I'm always showing people when I'm out and about. I can't believe how structured I am. Everything's organized. I used to be here, I used to be there, Google Drive, Dropbox. Like I was all over the place and now everything is in one spot. So I get all excited when I'm doing it and they get excited, right? And when they get excited, they want the link. They want you to share the link. And if I know they're ready to get started right away, I'm going to share the link to get them started right away.
Yeah,
I'm
like
not going to send
yesterday.
them the prospecting link. Maybe after Chris, we can show the different links.
Yeah,
Um,
like yesterday, I had a prospect that called me. In fact, started with an email, and
yeah,
I called him. He wanted to speak to someone, and we started chatting. And I was listening to what he needed to hear for him to be able to make an educated decision. Now, again, if I go back to this reference over here, it's I know you always have to remove before you can add. Here we go. So over here, if you go into, I'm going to go back to the playlist on the Global Virtual Opportunity channel, and over here, this is where you find this logic. So the prospecting and the inviting, you're going to see all of this, what we call emotional intelligence, the way we interact with prospect, it's all embedded here. And then the follow-up is, okay, now they've seen this, now what? And then from there, third party credibility is to invite someone else to validate what you just shared. And in handling objections, is all objections. I don't have money. I don't know how. It's not my cup of tea, blah, blah, blah. It's all covered here, right? To help you handle all of the little obstacles that are going to be shared. And this is the plan here, folks. That's the nuts and bolts of building your business.
yeah, and of course we've evolved because those trainings were done quite a while ago. So we've evolved in the links and stuff like that. Chris is going to show you the links that you can choose from. And then the key is to follow up. There's one thing that I've learned in our profession is most people have no problem with the front end, connecting with people, inviting them to some stuff, but the back end is where the money is. If you're not following up and following through with the follow-ups, then you're not going to get the sale. You're not going to get the close. I hate the word close. You're not going to get the partnership to help them to grow their business, right? You're not going to get that if you don't have a system of follow-up. And you can create that through your email systems, right? So it's important that we have that understanding. Prospect, invite, follow-up, duplicate with your team. The moment they get started, what are you going to teach them? A 7-day focus, right? First 7 days, here's what you need to do. You need to have people to talk to. You need to invite them to look at your links, show them the links that they need to share with people. And then from there, it's to invite them to a presentation, right? And then follow up. Even if they don't show up in the follow up, that's one thing that I'm really good at is I follow up. Now I don't hound people or hassle people, however way you say it in where you're from. I just slowly come in. But if there's something really exciting happen, I'm going to create a fear of loss. I'm going to say, oh my gosh, the company's created this marketing campaign that is going, and you maybe really want to consider partnering now, and just kind of use your own words. I'm just on the cuff right now talking, but you can hear my excitement, right? So as often you can do a video and not just text, because text is just not exciting. As often as you can do a video or a message through Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, you can create a voice message. They need to hear your passion, because your passion is what's going to get them to move. All right. So this is really, really important.
I totally, totally agree. So the thing here, folks, again, and I know I keep bringing this up here, but if you're having a hard time doing these things, go and listen. Go and listen to these 5 modules over here to kind of help you get in the groove of doing those nuts and bolts activity. Oh, sorry. Back to this one here.
You know,
Okay.
the girls are saying the fortune is in the follow up. It really is.
Big time.
And, you know, we've been saying this for so long. If you want to grow a business, you got to be a master at following up. Because I can guarantee you, these people that you haven't followed up with are on somebody else's list. They're going to send them their link and they're going to join with them. And then you're going to find out that they're in and you're going to be upset. But I'm the first one. Yeah, but you didn't follow up.
So the key here,
Right?
folks, is duplication. If you want to make money in this kind of business, doesn't matter what company you're with, this is a constant. You want your team to duplicate those activities. So this training here, you may want to send it to your organization to get started on Monday. We're giving you the map right here. So the daily commitments, well, the promotion, and Joel is always throwing new promotions or repeating the promotions because it fuels people's businesses. The thing is, you want to do 50 plus contacts and on a daily basis as you're talking, because your goal is to get your 5, not because you spoke to 50 that all 50 are going to want to do this. Some are going to take time. They're going to need to evaluate. They're going to have to test things out. Maybe you can send them the funnel with a 7-day free trial, whatever, right? There's so many different options that are there, right? The more serious you are, the bigger your results.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why Tammy and I are blue diamond and we have here emeralds and we have rubies and we have many diamonds in God Backup. The point here is because they are serious, not procrastinators, but constantly moving forward, not excuses. There's no money in excuses. That's starvation. Move forward. Someone's not interested, move to someone else. And the thing is, you want to track your contact, the people you invite, the follow-ups, the people you sign up. That's why we have these PDF documents here. I'm going to point this out again right over here, where you can, if I go back to slide number 1, let me go back here. This is a PDF you can download for the document over here, right? And then, you know, and I know that Tammy and I may have to do some updates. Don't worry about it. All you need to do is click on the links. And in fact, the information is all there for you. So you can keep track of the contacts and your goals on day 1, day 2, all the way up to day 7. Again, this is a summary over here. So you want to keep track of those things. I know that I'm an investor, and that's very important for me to keep track of what I'm investing. I'm a network marketer. I keep track of what we have. What do I need to qualify to earn that much? What do I need to do? So it's important that you keep track of the steps. Anything else you want to add, Tammy, before we move on?
No, I mean it's very clear. It's very simple and it's very clear.
Yeah.
And we put 5 to 50. Everybody has a different schedule. Never compare yourself to anybody because it can be very discouraging. Because, for example, Chris and I, we don't have kids at home. Our kids are adults and they have their own families. You know, we have 6 grandkids. So for Chris and I to be focused on doing this compared to maybe a single mom, uh, or maybe, you know, there's a mom that has a husband that's traveling and she's got the 3 kids and they're young kids. You think she can work and focus like Chris and I? No. That's why you do not prejudge anybody or compete against anybody. This is your game. Okay, this is your 7-day drive into momentum. Okay, do whatever it takes to be focused. Ask for help. That's something that I've done in the past for all the ladies out there. You know, it's we have a lot of responsibilities, and to be able to get 7-day focus, we got to work with the family to make that happen. So we have to have that sit down with the family to make that happen, where we're delegating some tasks and you know, I even before, you know, in Canada and US, you know, we tend to get babysitters. We don't often have a lot of family around us. I know I didn't. And so I would connect with the neighbor and I'd say, hey, I have to do this, this, and this. Would you mind after school or, you know, taking the kids and I'm going to do this with your kids once my campaign's done. So we make this agreement between the two of us. I don't have to pay for a daycare or a babysitter, and we're helping each other out so she can do the things that she wants to do when I'm taking her kids. And I was able to do campaigns because of it. I could give you tons of ideas of stuff that we've done to make it happen without excuses. It's so easy to make an excuse.
So let's cover the schedule, Tammy, for people to start taking action coming this week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, go ahead.
Yeah. So all teams have their own team events going on. So add that to the guidebook. Add it to your group that you're keeping in momentum. And then, of course, Wednesday night is a company. You might be sleeping, but they can still get the recording, right? You could send it to people in time zones that they can actually go live, even if you're sleeping. So there's Friday mornings at 11 a.m. that Chris and I do for a lot of the international markets. Wednesday night, it's pretty well the markets that align with those time zones. And I know there's a lot of amazing teams. I know Enyonem, you're doing a lot of stuff. I know Dr. Kateway is doing a lot of stuff. And when I say their names, it's their teams that are doing it with them. So they're not alone doing it. And then also there's different languages. I mean, we've got an Italian leaders, a couple. They're very dynamic, Walter and Sylvia, and they're doing regular presentations in Italian. And there's other team members that are doing Spanish and different languages. It's all about coming together, present. When there's a 7-day drive into momentum, focus on the invitations. Obviously, you send the links. If they're ready to get started, get them inviting to these presentations.
Now, my recommendation when it comes to presentations, if you really want to up your sign-up ratio, do your own presentations with your prospects. Learn how by attending the ones that are constantly presenting.
Yep.
Because you don't want to go on for hours, right? You want to make this maximum 40, 45 minutes if you start doing a little bit of a demo, but the content itself should not be more than 20, 30 minutes. The rest is videos and demos, and that could add another 10 minutes, even 15 minutes, depending on how much you share. But the content, the meat and potatoes, Tammy and I can do it in 15, 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is but if you're new or you're not comfortable presenting, that's the reason why they're recorded and they're live. If you can't attend a live, don't make that as an excuse. Just use the recorded link and share this. Like, for example, the person I was talking about, I was prospecting that was interested in Got Backup. I sent them, we connected 2 hours after we did our presentation. So I told the person, oh, by the way, just 2 hours ago, we did a presentation that's live. Why don't I send that to you? It could be 12 hours, could be 24 hours, could be 48 hours, could be a week, could be a month, could be a year. The information doesn't change. It's the same pretty much. So use that constantly. Don't wait for a week or Wednesday. They're all recorded. There are hundreds of presentations on the channels that you can pick from. Pick one. And just send them that one immediately. What you like best? Don't say what you think, but what did you like best? It's part of the questions that we show you on the Success Cycle series here on the 5 modules I was telling you about. So again, these schedules are here to give you a guideline, but don't use that as an handicap where, oh, I have to wait till Wednesday. No, they are recorded for years. So just pick one, send that to them. If you can do your own, you will have better results if you do your own. I guarantee you that. Yeah. Okay. Anything else we're going to add on this slide?
And you want to create with your email marketing system on Saturdays. I always send a recorded session because people miss the sessions. So now that we're doing the 7-day drive, I'm going to have that in my emails every single day this week because I want them to see a presentation. I want them to join the live if they can, but not everybody can join the lives. So you don't want to miss out on every angle. I like to catch every angle that we could get people eyeballs looking at the information, right?
I want to bring this up here because Dorothy is one of the emerging leaders that is growing in Ghana, and that's my point, because she reacted to that, because having you presenting to your own guests brings a lot of credibility,
Huge.
but also bringing a third party adds another level of credibility. So use that as you see fit. If you use someone else's presentation, use that to present the information, then you turn around and handle the Q&As. Or if you're very new, have a third party handle the Q&As. That's why we talk about third party credibility, which is the module number 4 on the success cycle series that is there. It's all part of this. So
Yeah,
where do
especially
we
when you
find
haven't
contacts?
moved. If you haven't moved the person to make that final decision in the conversation, you can find a way to say, I had somebody that was part of the team. I have somebody that's part of the team that also was hesitant, and then explain why they were hesitant, just like you. That if you're open to it, I'd love for them to have a conversation with you and how they overcame whatever that challenge might be, the financial or the timing or whatever it is, because you've got tons of people in your team that you could leverage. That's what Chris and I have done. We just leverage the team members and they leverage us, and then everybody wins, and then we're getting that validation. It's about a team. It's not just about me supporting you. We're in this together. We're a team. Many people are like you, and here's where they're at now, and create that excitement around that.
So where do we find contacts here, folks? Well, your cell phone contacts. There's full of them in there, right? And there's the social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, post your stuff. And you may not necessarily need to post things on the company, because sometimes people say, oh, another network marketing, but it could be a lifestyle, something. You can even show something where you're taking a selfie, and if you know how to work with videos that you're recording yourself, you can turn on and say, oh, look at this, it's on the cloud automatically, things like this to attract, hey, what is this? Create some people with question mark, family and friends, especially these guys. I assure you, they have precious moments and data that they need to save. Networking event, church, community, groups, local businesses, email contacts. This is a big one, right? We understand with emails, people are embedded with email. So you have to stand out by, kind of having a very good subject that gets people to show up or to participate, or at least click on this email to open it up. People like to watch videos, very important. Online communities, hobby groups. And here's something that is so easy, is you can buy the leads from God Backup. Yes, they're around $2 per lead. These are people that are interested to get information. Now, often you're going to buy those leads. They are not going to answer you. So that's why when you send the email to these people, you want to send an email maybe with a social media platform of yours, so they can get to know you before they speak with you. Sometimes they don't want to speak to you. They're just online because it's free to put their name and email, boom. But that's the name of the game. This is what we call prospecting. So it's another step that's easier for you. Right now, there's a promotion with God Backup to buy some leads. Take advantage of those promotions, because I know you can only provide so many at a time. So there's going to be a cutoff time. So this is another way that you can, if you don't go out there prospecting, well, buy the leads. But now there's work to be done. It's not just going to manifest itself into a sign up, folks. It'll be nice, but it's not. It's just another form of emailing, prospecting. And Tammy does a lot of trainings. Well, Tammy and I know recently Tammy has done a few trainings by using content from ChatGPT. But what's important is to have a catchy subject for them to respond to you. And how do you know? Well, you can see if they click. You don't know who exactly. Well, actually, you do. When the prospects are in your back office, we have done many trainings on that. You can see how many emails you sent if you send it to all of them, and then you can see who clicked on them. There's the name in the email, and you're gonna find that some people come back and keep clicking on your link. These are the ones you may want to focus on. Forget about trying to recruit everybody. Focus on the ones that are responding into your email by looking at the stats to see who clicked on your emails. So this is the art of handling emails and how to best use that. Anything else you want to add to this, Tammy?
Yeah, and yeah, talking about subject lines, what's interesting is we all get emails. We're all on somebody's database, right? Professionals. Let's use Eric Worre as an example because a lot of people know Eric Worre. Check his emails, check his subject lines, right? I've learned from also learning from the professionals on subject lines, and there's subjectlines.com. You can go check that out. Subjectlines.com. I don't know if they still have it where you can put in a subject line and they'll tell you whether that subject line is good, whether it's great, whether it's exciting. They'll analyze the subject line that you'll put in. And so, they want you part of their database, right? So I'm part of their database. So I pay attention to their subjects. There you go, Chris. And I pay attention to stuff. If you enter a subject line there, you're going to be able to do that. Now, obviously, they want you part of their database, right? So when you do it, you're going to get it once, and they evaluate it. It's so cool. But they offer a lot of stuff. They offer a lot of training and stuff, for people to learn AI and email marketing, all that stuff. So I always want to learn. So for me, I invest in myself.
Absolutely. So let's cover the daily game plan. Back to you.
All right. So we got the daily game plan, prospecting. Everybody's going to be talking to as many people as they can every day. Don't limit yourself. We put 5 to 50. Don't limit yourself because you might be on fire tomorrow doing this, and then something come up on Sunday and you don't have as much time on Sunday to do it. So maximize when you're in momentum, always. Don't limit yourself. Oh, I got my 5 today. I'm done. No, don't do that. Okay. So prospecting, inviting, obviously before that, you want to send their link. We need to add that, Chris, we need to be promoting our links, right? And then through that is the invitation because you want them on your list.
Just to back up one step these are your links, folks. You find this on their digital tool, on their God Backup reseller tools right here. These, when Tammy says send your link, this is what she's talking about. Now, this is a bit of an older version of a funnel, and they all feed a campaign called pre-enrollee, except for the ones that I'm going to share with you here. So if someone turns around and opts in here, they'll end up in a pre-enrollee campaign. And again, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, go back to our trainings on email marketing. You'll see all of that. This one over here will literally sign someone up on the spot just by clicking on this button here, get started now.
But maybe you can redirect them to go right to the link.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. What Tammy means here is if you're sending someone, let me just do this one here. I think it'll open a new page right away. Yeah. So when you don't just send that link, click on this button here.
Yeah.
See what's happening on the top there? That here is the parameters that are added on that tells them to go right here. So they don't have to click more. You remember, every time someone has to click one more step, you lose 50% of your activities from your general prospect. So don't get them to have to click another button. Just they click the moment you put that into your email, marketing emails, or whatever link you choose to put in. Make sure that you click on this getting started today to take you right here so they can go and buy the package. Okay, of course you can go monthly, but I highly recommend yearly. Back to you.
And if you want them to only do the $99.97 and your whole focus in building this, because that's what you want 5 people at $99.97, right?
That's
to pay for the year. So click on that again. Click on the year, Chris.
On the year?
Yep, click on it. And then send them that link on the top.
Yeah, that's another option, right? You can send them that link right away. So now you're skipping all of these. And the moment they're interested, they don't have to go through all of these buttons. They go right into the enrollment page. Okay. And explain to them that this is an insurance. for that you pay once a year. And this here is to become a member. If you take this off, then you are just a customer, right? If you take these, this is your $99.97. You can pay by crypto, by credit card. It just inform them a little bit so they're not wasting time on the page. So again, food for thought. But again, if you're down to here, these are great links for if you're doing ad campaigns or Facebook ads or things like that. But right now, if we're dealing with leads, for example, with the co-op, I believe they are going to be put into. I don't remember which one they're being exposed to. We have to ask Joel to be specific. But
The
for
co-op
example,
is the pre-enroll, Chris.
no, I understand that. All of them goes into the pre-enroll,
Yeah,
except for those one over
yeah,
here.
these
They
ones
do
have
not
their
go
own.
into the pre-enroll campaign. These ones over here goes into the 7-day free
7
trial.
day.
And again, if you go back to our email marketing trainings, you'll know exactly how to access those. We're not going to do that today. It's not for this. And this one over here are actually being populated. This one over here is populated into the 24/7 autopilot. That's the campaign. This one over here is going into the pre-enrollee. Okay, we've done some email marketing trainings on those, so you understand when someone puts their name and their email. So when you click on that and they put their name and their email, where do they go? Okay, so just want to make sure that you are aware of that. And you can find these trainings if you go back into the Saturday sessions over here. You can see here, that's what we're doing today. That's create sub accounts. Let's see, live got backup internal wallet. Here we go. Lead capture system and funnel. This one over here will show you exactly which campaigns each funnels are connected to. So that's what the training is all about.
Yeah,
I'm glad we're doing
this
this training,
on the
Tammy.
co-op, Chris, because I made an error. I want to take that back. The co-op has a separate campaign.
Yes, I did say that. I did correct you on that.
Okay.
So it's all good. So from there, back to the training here, folks. So this is the game plan here, folks. That's the steps. When you're prospecting and inviting, you're sending those links into your prospects. That's the step that Tammy forgot to put here. And we just explained it to you. It's recorded and it's all there. So that's awesome.
And then, of course, the follow-up, be a master. That's got to be what you're going to master all year long is follow up, follow through, follow up, follow through. You follow up until they sign up and put that in your head. Follow up till they sign up because the timing might not be good for them today, but it might be good for them 6 months from now, a year from now. Always have them on your list. Never remove them from their list unless they're not nice to you and they said, don't ever contact me again. I mean,
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So see the support system here.
Support your team is absolutely key.
This is Saturdays. These training here and are recorded. You can see them. They're there for years. That's your support system. That's your support team. Okay. But of course, you also have your own team with your Telegram group or your WhatsApp group. And if you don't have that, don't be alarmed. Plug in to what we provide because a lot of these leaders came from the same roots. Okay. So you have everything here. So just don't be alarmed by saying, well, I don't have a team. I don't have a good upline, blah, blah, blah. Again, folks, these are all excuses. If you want to make a difference, just take the lead. Just show up for the calls. If you missed a call, go back to the past recorded call. And remember that every no, it's closer to a yes. It's very normal to get not interested right now. Very normal. Don't get set back by that. So now let's get into the tracking progress task, Tammy. Back to you.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that you have your tracking sheet, which I gave you. People do have tracking sheets that we've shared in the past too. And if you go through the trainings, you're gonna have access to this stuff. But keeping track every day, people you're talking to, see, I put it there in these tracking. I even put a motivational quote for you every single day to keep you on track, and just a reminder of the actions that need to be done. And then you'll be able to keep track. I mean, that's what it's all about. You got to know where your business is going because you're going to go back to these and you're going to be able to follow up, follow through, follow up, follow through with all of this. So you've got your 7 days. Each one has a different motivational quote, the actions that need to be done. And then there's a wrap up at the end. And you got your full, wrap up at the end. And then you've got your full week. If you just go down to the bottom, Chris. Oh, you missed the bottom one. Anyways, it's
Oh,
fine.
I
You
can go
all
back.
have this. If you don't have access to it, maybe Chris, I know it's on the YouTube channel, so you need to go to the YouTube channel to get that.
Yeah.
Some of them are we put them in different groups that we're part of. So yeah, and then you've got the quick start guide right there to guide you on your days. Okay.
And remember, folks, you can modify this, for your own specific teams, folks. If you have different webinar times and everything else, so we don't follow everything that's going on, right? It's just too much happening.
Yeah, just throw that into Chat GPT and add your team stuff, and then you'll have your guideline. And you can even, sign it on the bottom with your picture. If you're the leader of this group, you can do that as well. We kept this standard just because it's a company driven session, so we want to make sure that everybody benefits.
Absolutely. So 7-day wrap up. You go ahead.
Yeah. So the key is to stay focused. You got to make a decision to do 7 days nonstop. Okay. And some days you will do more than others. It's just the way it is. So when you're in momentum, just don't stop, keep going. We've always done sessions where 1 hour focus, which is really, really important on just messaging people. 1 hour focus. Hey, go to your contacts. You haven't talked to people in a long time, and just, hey John, Tammy here, how's it going? Or you can even keep it even simpler. Hey John, that's it. And they're going to respond, and they might say, who is this? And you're going to start a conversation with people to see what they're up to see if they're looking for something that could impact their financial goals, that to help them make more money, or if the data storage, just in conversation you can do some great things. I've done too, where I haven't talked to somebody in a long time, and I don't want to shove a business down their throat. They're my friends, and I'm going to say, oh my gosh, we haven't talked in so long. If I'm in the neighborhood, I might go have a coffee with them. If it's not possible, I say, hey, let's get caught up on a Zoom. Let's have a coffee Zoom together. And then you book sessions and you just have a quick conversation, or it could be Messenger. It could be anything where you can actually see them.
Now,
7 days to momentum is going to increase your sales. It's going to increase your signups. And 7 days, if you can get those 5 and 7 days to get your website done, I can't wait to see what Joel does for all of you.
So Tammy, just as a reference here, Nam has asked you for the last, and I just went ahead and took the link, and the link that I just posted right now, that is the recording that Nam was talking about. Okay, where's
that was
link?
from last Saturday, the one for the email marketing right after?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's what she's talking
Not
about.
from Wednesday, Chris. Wednesday was it was more of a personal one.
No, I'm not talking about that one.
Okay.
This is the one that we uploaded into our channel where we do our presentations.
Perfect.
And
then that's the one.
In fact, you can actually access it right here. So this is this training over here. That's a different channel that we use to do our Friday presentation, and we put it over here. Okay, perfect. That was right after. I'm assuming this is what Nam's talking about. So, okay, cool.
Perfect. Oh, yes, that one. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, anybody can use that training. And did you put the link? Yeah, the link is there. Anybody can use that to really learn how to create their emails. I literally did my emails while everybody was watching. Some people had questions. I was showing them how to do everything. And it's just practice, you guys. Honestly, it's practice.
Yeah. And Levy, thank you so much. Really appreciate your feedback here. And Rose, thank you for your wonderful feedback. And glad you were able to make it here, my Pearl. And perfect. Okay, let's keep moving forward. So the call to action, folks, is go all in for 7 days, folks. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Remember that success love speed. Things that are slow and slowly moving forward, people tend to fall asleep at the wheel.
You can't
So
go into momentum, Chris, doing it
yes.
slow.
So this
Mm-mm.
is why I know it was a long weekend this weekend and it was actually we booked. No, 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 no. We need to have this now because people need to make money now. And,
Mhm.
we're right now kind of moving into autumn and then winter year and winter months. And now we're starting a new year. So now it's time to really move forward. So go all in for 7 days. Folks, this is a small concentration of time for you to do all of this. We've given you everything you need in a recipe to create a beautiful meal, if you understand my analogy here, and duplicate with your team. It's wonderful if you go about doing this, but if your team is duplicating what it is we are talking about, that's when the money starts coming in. People are, so I forgot who asked, how much does a diamond make? You can make you can have a diamond making 7, 8,000, 10,000 a month, and you can have one making $1,000 a month. You could be a diamond and you went in momentum for a period of time, and then you stop, or you got discouraged and you stop showing up, and you stop again. There's a variety of things here. I have, and it's not got backup, folks. I've been in network marketing for a long time, and Tammy and I have been in a diamond arena for a long, long time, in our past also. And we had some diamonds making some serious 5-figure and close to 6-figure monthly, and others making nothing. So it's not just about the status, folks. The status is something you reach, but then you need to maintain that status by helping others. And that's what we're saying is duplicate with your team. The reason why Tammy and I have been able to make a living, and a great living, by the way, doing this kind of business, is because it's not just about how many people we bring on board, but it's how many people are duplicating that we brought in on board. And that's what grows. This is what will get you into a position. Like when I use the presentation, when I use the example of Dropbox having 700 million users, how much of that do you want in your team? That's what I'm talking about. It's not just you bringing everybody. It's you bringing 5 people to 10 people and moving on from there, but duplicating. So these 5 and 10 people are doing what you did, also bring their 5 and their 10. That's what grows. That's what creates solid income. So it's not about, well, how much does a diamond make for me to make a decision to do this business? You're not going to go anywhere with that kind of approach. The approach is, how many people can you duplicate? Can you get them to do what we're talking about here? That's the meat and potatoes. That's how you make a living and how you build an absolute mammoth organization. Those of you will reach the diamond and above level that will create a solid income, and not just to peak like a heartbeat and back down to very little. Okay, very, very important. Hopefully that
Yeah,
helps.
and if your team members are not on board, don't worry about it. You just need to move forward, and you want to help the ones that are committed and move forward and get new people. New people are always excited. So when people, because we mentor people and say, oh, nobody's doing anything in the team. Well, you got to create the momentum. You got to be that momentum to inspire them to go to the next level. And I'm telling you, the new people will do it. It's, existing team members, some will, some won't, right? Some will wake up and do something with it, some won't. And that's okay. Keep going, keep building. If Chris and I would have waited for all the people that we've brought into this industry for over the years, and we were waiting to see what others were going to do, we'd be broke, right? We just went all in and we did it. And we found the right people that were willing to run. And the rest, honestly, I always tell everybody, love people where they're at. Not everybody has a drive to go into momentum, and it's okay. It's okay. Love them where they're at. You need to go out and be that drive, and you need to go out and find the people that want to do that drive.
Yeah. And folks, it's very important here. And Jim, really appreciate here putting your label here. Let's just be careful here, folks. Right? This is a
Mhm.
team where everybody can see, and we want to be respectful to everybody's organization
Yeah.
and not trying to lure people into our thing. This is not a place to prospect. This is a place to learn. So just
Yeah.
want to make sure we're careful with that. Really appreciate this. And at the end of the day, folks, to earn a good living in this business, again, we've covered this all in this session here. What we've covered is everything you need to do. That's it. There's no magical wand that's going to make things work for you. You have to do the work. But it's not just about you doing the work, it's about your team doing the work. And your team will do the work if they see the vision and the possibilities that we have here. I'm telling you, folks, some of you are going to do very, very well in this business with God Backup. But understand, it's $100 a year fee, so it's $99.97 plus your $20 to become an associate. So let's leave it $100 to keep it simple, and that's how you build your business once a year. But the thing is, it's not just about you bringing people on board; it's about your team also bringing people on board, and that will occur if you create an environment of support. I like to call it an ecosystem where people know, okay, I can come and Saturday on training. Maybe you have your own trainings. Maybe you have your own presentation. And I'm a very big fan of this, is for leaders to do their own training, their own team, their own organization. I love it when I see leaders rise up and do their own events. I don't want to be the guy that does, or Tammy, the girl that does everything for everyone all the time. That is a lonely and difficult and very intense lifestyle. I don't want that. We want everybody to do a little bit,
Okay.
but combined, it creates a mammoth organization, which in turn gives you a wonderful income stream if you obviously have a good balance on your right team and your left team. And these activities that we talked about here today is exactly what you need to do to become diamond and above. I look forward to celebrate when we have hundreds and hundreds. And Tammy and I have seen that. We've seen the power of hundreds of diamonds in your organization. It is crazy, the potential. That's how you create a solid income and you become a black diamond. So, any last things, Tammy, you want to share?
No, I'm excited for all of you. Those of you who are going to take it seriously, we're going to see all of your new branded sites from the company. And we don't know if Joel is ever going to do this again, you guys. I mean, this was a random thing.
Mhm.
So, yeah, let's work really, really, really hard and get your 5. And I know Enionam, I know you're on fire, and you're going to make sure all your team members got your 5. So this
And
is phenomenal, phenomenal.
and very stressful. Again, it's normal at the beginning when you
It's
start
worth
your
it.
business.
It's
it
all
is
worth
it is
it.
a little stressful, but it is worth it
It is
because it
worth it.
will ripple for the rest of your life if you build a good organization with a good system. And folks, I was speaking to Joel, I think it was 2 days ago or a day ago, and there's some really cool features that are coming up on our cloud where you'll be able to see your files when your computer is completely uploaded. There's going to be some options for people to buy features and all sort of things that, with the AI, and there's a lot of things coming up, folks. So right now what we're doing is we're building a foundation. So this week, let's work hard. Enjoy your weekend, folks. I know Monday it's a day off, but you can start on Tuesday because it happens to be a long weekend. I totally understand. I want to respect that. I respect family time and everything else. But folks, don't fall asleep with this one. And if this week did too much, then start again on the following week from Saturday to Saturday. Okay. So, and the thing, folks, here's something I want to mention. Once your branding website is live, post it into the God Backup channel, the group, the God Backup group on Facebook. Post them in there. And also, as you are recruiting your 5, post it into the group. Post it, brag about it so we can see you in action, so your team can see you in action. Do these things. Don't fall asleep here, guys, and wait until next Saturday and nothing was done this week. Take action. Set your goals. I want to become diamond by that date, and I know that I need to have. I mean, the comp plan explains it. You know how many people you need on the left, and you know how many people you need on the right. You know how many coppers you need in your personal enrollment tree. It's all there. So just do the math and get to work, folks. So
Yeah,
that's
John had a good question because that question has come up,
which
Chris.
one, Tommy?
If a reseller upgrades to a yearly package, would that consider as one? No, it's all new business.
Yeah, it has to be a new business. Now, it's a great one. It's possible that Joel may count. I don't know. But I recommend
It's all new, Chris. Yeah.
just yeah, it's new members, folks. This is the point here. We don't want to have existing business. We have the business. We want to have new business. It's designed to bring more people
Mhm.
into the team to get into this goal where God Backup is $1 billion corporation, 75% payout. Do the math here, folks. It ends up in your pocket. So have yourself a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you for the wonderful feedback and participation. You guys are absolutely awesome. Stay the course. Follow your dreams. Don't let the dream stealer take them away. Keep moving forward. I can tell you we talk from experience. Have a great one, everybody. Love you guys. Bye for now.
Have a great weekend. Love you.